Alrighty then. Here we go. Here we go. The destruction of the black civilization. Ooh wee boy. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So we're talking about Oprah Winfrey campaigning for her girlfriend, Gayle King, and then who's backdooring both of these little coon chicks? Who's backdooring them? Susan Rice. Now, what is she? Who is Susan Rice?
Um, Peace, this is your brother from another mother coming to you live and direct from somewhere in the devil civilization. Uh, Thank you again, always as an honor to be in your presence and politic with you on these topics. Susan Rice, I think she's the former National Security Advisor for Obama, and I don't really have extensive knowledge on her, but I know they say she's been in politics since the Clinton administration. But as far as who she is to me, nobody.
Yeah, I actually had to look up. I didn't know to the extent where she fit in white supremacy's civilization. Let me put it in that manner. So now all the receipts, all the details about this woman, who she is, and what work has she have done within the political arena is coming out. Whew. She's over here wanting to put her white daddy's army on Snoop Dogg. That's how we gonna say it. Talking about he don't want it. I'm sorry. You know, black community, the social media black community is changing the narrative. We ain't taking that no more. We're not trying to hear it from these uppity ass black folks in America, such as Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King, who are kicking the black man's back in regards to how he take care of his family and dealing with his legacy. Come on now. Come on now. They are canceled. I'm sorry. I'm done with them. And anybody else who jump on the bandwagon of talking about how Snoop Dogg talked to Gayle King and how he called her out of her name, I don't give a damn about that. She's an enemy. She is not looking out for the best interests of the black man. And for as I'm concerned, she's an enemy to the black community. She has done nothing for the black community. I don't, and for you uppity blacks who think that what she did was right and exact, I don't give a damn about you either. I don't give a damn about you. You're the enemy. If you think your money, status, and class and education is going to get you in the presence of white daddy and he's going to take care of you, you're wrong. Nobody care about how rich you are, what your class status is. At the end of the day, poor black people or middle class black people are not going to take it. We're not going to allow you to kick our black men and women in the back like that. We're done with you. If you don't like our language, to hell with you too. You got anything to say?
Again, I say it's an honor and a privilege to be in your presence. Appreciate you. Man, where do you start? I would just say that, brothers and sisters, we are in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, but we are in a turning point in global or universal her story. That being said, as far as us as being organisms, quote unquote human organisms on this planet, in the process of our thought and how we think and what we see as humans going forward, as far as the planet that we all have to share, the paradigm is shifting. And it's speculative to talk about uh, black versus white, and then everybody in between. But I think that as far as black folks in America, we're coming into an awakening stage, and now there are lines being drawn with regards to our destiny, because you can't have a planet that just uses melanated folks for entertainment and labor. Those days are over, because everybody possesses a brain, everybody possesses a thought. And when you sit here and marginalize a whole group of people, particularly in the United States of America, the quote unquote greatest nation, which that's speculative as well. I'm not going deep off into that, but you know, getting to the point, Susan Rice, Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King, Snoop Dogg, Boosie Badass. I mean, not yeah, Boosie Badass. Um, there's a lot of narrative going on. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and other individuals that were on that helicopter that day. Now there's a controversy with regards to legacy and being competent enough to know that how can you be a melanated person in real time on the planet Earth with a brain and not think that it's not inappropriate to speak ill of somebody who hasn't even been buried yet, and utilize your own people to denigrate somebody's legacy. As black people in America, we barely have any heroes, and a lot of our heroes are selected, just like a lot of white heroes are selected. But then when you take the hope that and aspirations that we put into certain people, and then we mourn them, or we have adoration for them and things of that nature, and then you shit on that, then when you break somebody down to their lowest compound, where else are they supposed to go? What are they supposed to do? Now, let me just say this. Black people, and I keep mentioning, as you notice, we have brains. A brain, like my brother, shout out to my brother, God, Justice, Wise, and Civilized, the mind which controls the brain, which controls the physical structure. At the end of the day, that mind controlling that brain is apt to want to self-actualize and demand its respect. I remember my grandmother used to tell me a dog is due respect. So when you sit there and you try to keep bashing black men down, which bashes black women, which bashes black people, because black women are the creators. Black men are the black woman's greatest creation. So if you keep that context, you know and understand that the community was going to come out and defend Kobe Bryant, because at the end of the day, regardless of how you felt about him, you know, I'm not a sports fan at all. I've been stopped watching sports. I've been stopped supporting sport and play. I understand bread and circus. So I come from the old school. I already know what the science is behind that. However, I still acknowledge certain individuals when they're trying to maneuver through the same damn society I maneuver through, and I look at where we are as a collective society. That being said, I'm just looking at this circus, and basically the point I want to get across, like the goddess just said, you know, a lot of you entertainers and you quote unquote, I don't know if you want to call them